Hey folks, Deano here again. This time taking a look at the Son Goku Super Saiyan Full Power version. Yeah, this guy came out a couple of months ago, and typical UK, European, pandemic, all of that sort of stuff has meant he's arrived really late. Yeah, he literally just came into stock after supposedly being out in July. But, hey-oh, apparently Brexit's a good thing, even though it's definitely not, but we won't get into that. Yeah, so this is Tamashiis' newest entry-level figure into the Figuarts line for people wanting to start collecting. It's a pretty decent figure overall, but we will get into that shortly. Let's move this guy out of frame and take a look at the box. So, standard Figuarts packaging these days. You can tell the box has been rushed together, something like fierce. The side here hasn't even been like folded. They've just left it as is, so it's just bulging on my copy. But yeah, lovely. You will notice the faces on the box do not show the normal face, like apart from one tiny photo, so even they know how bad it is, but we'll get into that. And you'll also notice clearly hand painted, as opposed to what we actually got. Yeah. Official seal of quality. Yep, typical Tamashii quality here. You've got the toy sticker, Dragon Ball, Tamashii Nations, Bandai, yada yada. That's just a sticker because it's the distributor for the UK now. And yep, we've got some pictures here, just tiny showing of this the frowning face, which looks far better in picture than it does in person. And yeah, just standard stuff for the box. Now, let's take a look at Round Boy here. So yeah, as you can tell, just the face straight up is off. Like, from certain angles it looks okay, but yeah, they completely messed up here. The face is far too round. There's not enough depth to the eyes, and far too small of a mouth. Like, it's almost as if he's puckering. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this, really. It's a shame, because the hair really is really nice, even though it's not entirely accurate. This bang, like, I've looked at pictures of Goku during the Cell saga, or the Cell Games saga rather, which is what this is based off of, and he either doesn't have that bang, or there is a bang but it's way back here and it's more down, so really it's more like this bang here. So yeah, I have a feeling that this head sculpt is going to be used for a few different things in the future. They've kind of made it an all-encompassing Super Saiyan hair sculpt. Like, this is closer to Super Saiyan Blue than it is a full power Super Saiyan. But yeah, it's got detail. It's got more detail than most head sculpts Tamashii have put out. And yeah, not much in the way of shading. They seem to be following Demoniacal Fit with that. But yeah, the faces just missed the mark entirely. We'll show you the rest of the faces. Put him just at the back here. We have sort of growling face, which is okay. We have the yelling face, which is probably the closest to Goku any of these faces actually look. And even that, they're not very close. And finally, the one everyone loves to hate is the smiling face. Which, again, why on earth is his mouth, so small? I think that's what puts this face off. That smile is just in the middle of nowhere. It's near enough up his nose. These faces would have benefited a lot from proper sculpting of the mouth. They really would have. That's not to say it's a great head sculpt overall, but it would have helped. You get 2 instant transmission hands, which you don't see that very often. I'm guessing one's for waving, but here you go. You get 2 martial arts posy hands, as standard with Goku. 2 Ki Blast blade open hands. And 2 Kamehameha gripping hands. So yeah, he comes with the bog standard stuff you'd expect from a Goku. In terms of swapping out the faces, I don't do this very often because they're usually the same, but with Goku they went a new route, so unfortunately you can't even replace them with the demoniacal fit faces. So yeah. Hence why the faces look very round. It's literally the way they've been designed. They're hollow inside. I don't get that at all. They just pop on. That hair is sharp. And just like that, you have probably the best face on him. It doesn't look as bad as people are making out to be, really. But yeah, I don't know if it's just the lack of shading or the depth of the eyes. It's probably a combination of a load of things that's just making this face look so off. Or making all the faces look so off, I should say. 2 seconds, just fixing it behind the camera. There we go. So yeah, something I noticed straight away as well is we might as well do comparisons, or comparison I should say. Here is the Broly movie Goku with the demoniacal fit head sculpt, which honestly the faces on the demoniacal fit one are so superior it's not even funny. So I will probably end up having this hair on this body. But yeah, the gi colour is exactly the same. This is literally like even the colour of his undershirt and the boots are identical, at least on my copy. Maybe the boots are slightly more blue, but that's about it. These are a different colour, and obviously he's got a different belt. He's got the sash on this one, where he's got the belt on this one. But yeah, literally, these 2 figures are almost identical. They've used the exact same mould, they've used the exact same colour from this guy to put into this one. Which is probably why it looks a bit off, because that is very orange. Not bad in any way, but it's not entirely accurate to him from that saga. But yeah, it's a shame. Well, I suppose they had to cheap out in this guy, didn't they? I'm not giving him enough slack. He was only 30 quid, as opposed to the usual that you have to pay these days for Figuarts. So yeah, he's an entry-level figure, but I just feel as if they could have done better, because for an entry-level figure, you're not really bringing much of anything to the table, Tamashii, I'll be honest. But yeah, in terms of articulation, the head, because of the way they've designed it, it barely moves. Like, once you get it into position, it's alright, but I mean, you try to thing it down, and it's got the same problem Gotenks has. Because of the way they've designed the hair, the whole thing just pops off when you try to have him looking down. Looking up is okay, as long as you shim it into position, but yeah, he's got swivel, standard neck movement. I've just realised that I am not doing that on camera. I am a fool. Arms, standard for a Goku. These ones are kinda tight. Yeah, they get the standard movement. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, which gets past 90, and standard hinge, and ball peg for the wrist. His waist is a standard Goku. Goes down and up, and pops up. Waist swivel. Legs go out really far. Double jointed knees. And the same old feet that we've been getting since the line started. And you've got up and down, ankle tilt, and toe articulation. So yeah, basically that is about it for him. I mean, if you're in dire need of a new Super Saiyan Goku, then by all means grab him. He's cheap, he's decent, he's nothing groundbreaking, he's just the same old Goku mold that we've got like a million times before. But yeah, honestly, it's things like this that push me so far in the direction of demoniacal fit. Like, I know you can almost call it fanboying at this point, but demoniacal fit are doing so much right compared to Tamashii, who keep missing the mark. Like, how can a third party company make a Super Saiyan head sculpt look that good? I know this is based off the Super Saiyan Blue head, but it looks good, it fits. Why didn't you just reuse those faces, Tamashii? These faces look far superior to what you've put out. Like, I don't get it. I really don't know. Like, every misstep that Tamashii makes pushes me further towards demoniacal fit. Like, they've got Xenoverse stuff coming out this autumn, or fall if you're in America. Like, they've got Majin Vegeta coming with an extra face to match the eating Goku, which I didn't buy because it's a waste of money, but they included it in a set like demoniacal fit have, which makes it more worthwhile. Like, stop taking away quality from your figures, Tamashii. It's not going to end well if you don't. I mean, this figure's barely painted. You can see the sheen on him. Like, there's no matte finish. There's barely any shading. Like, there's shading kind of on the pants, and that's it. Like, oh, I don't understand it. Anyway, rant over. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Honestly, if you do need a cheap Super Saiyan Goku, like, he is mostly worth it. I just wish they would have paid more attention to the details, because Tamashii are slacking. But yeah, that'll do it for this video, guys. I shall see y'all later.